most cars, the brake shoes just kind of are held by springs right against the backing plate, and that's where they stay. Rolls-Royce has these studs that control this angle. The squareness, because your drum is going to be bolt on here, and it's going to be perfectly 90 degree to this plane. The shoes have to be that way too. They've got, this has a shake back washer here, but that one doesn't. But these studs adjust that. And you need a square, and what you do is you take it and you put it up against this flat surface here, and then you look down here. And it should be square across there. And it's pretty close. Pretty close. But to adjust them, huh?
Top one looks pretty a kilter. Can you do that?
That's pretty high.
Just
I don't know if I
slap it
can
up
see
there.
it. We need a light, actually.
It's pretty damn close.
It's pretty close.
Wow.
So, anyways, on the backing plate, there's these rubber plugs, and those are what cover up these adjusters. And the adjuster is basically a pin that goes through that's threaded. It has a slotted screw on one side, and then it locks with a 1/2 inch or a 5/16 nut. I made this tool. It works pretty good. Cut a socket, weld it, or brace it on, so that you can back off the nut, use a screwdriver, and I'll misadjust it for you, maladjust it for you. Oh, it's tight. See, one thing about restoring cars when you CAD plate everything is the screws don't work very well afterwards. Okay, so now I backed that screw off, so it should not look as good. Oh, actually, it works. It's perfect now. Let me go the other way. Now it's adjusted properly.
Now, if you didn't happen to have a tool like yours, how would one get
Well, you can try that out. Stick a 1/2 inch wrench in there, break your nut loose, and then lay it back. It has to be back against that stop. These springs are designed to hold it there.
You're not going to get in there with a thin wall socket or something.
Well, yeah, you could do that. This is awfully tight, so I don't want to mess with it too much. Let's make sure it's right.
Try the other one.
Now, see, now it's off. I have really frustrated some of the guys working for me before by having them do this. So I want to check it afterwards. And I said, now you got to do it again. It's not right. And they would really get upset. But it's so critical, especially since the brake linings are so hard. You want them to fit perfect so they can work properly and not wear out. I've seen taking cars apart where one side of the shoe, it's like an angle. It's worn so bad because it wasn't adjusted when it was put together. It's just one thing that most people who aren't experiencing these cars do. Here's that expander that I was adjusting when I adjusted the brakes. See this right here? This is the mechanical expander that allows you to adjust the brakes. And this is why I was banging the wheel, okay? When I turn this in, see how it kicked it out? What it's doing is it's screwing in here, and it's got like a tapered cone, and it's pushing these things out. And sometimes it doesn't always snap back in its proper position. So you bang that tire, and it goes right where it belongs. Now, this is the mechanical adjustment.
So that mechanical adjustment you just did, it's absolutely essential that you have the drum in place.
To do, when you adjust the clearance?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you have to have the drum. Because you want to go out to its limit. I hope everybody learned something. I thank you all for coming. If there are any questions or you need any other advice, you're more than happy to call me or email me, and I'll be glad to respond. Thank you very much.